Hey, what's going on, guys? Hyperdrive here. Season 5 is finally here. We've been waiting a very long time, and with a new season comes a new POI. So today in this video, I'm going to be showing you all of the new POIs and everything about them, the chest spawns, everything about it. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. Alright everybody, let's start the video at all the new main POIs. So right here, this is Stealthy Stronghold right here. You go in through these doors. The main door over there does not work. It definitely does look like a very jungly biome. This would be really great for getting a lot of wood. Yeah, it's definitely jungle-like. Kind of reminds me of that one POI that we had back in the old map, where it was like the sun temple kind of biome. But there's a chest right there, chest right there. Very jungly. It's obviously surrounded by this huge wall, the stronghold, which I think they have. I think they have a loot right up there, like on top of there, like floor loot. And then you run around. The ISICs are right there. I don't think you can break the wall. Let me check. Yeah, you can't break the stronghold wall, so you're really just trapped in here. So this is a more wooded, I guess, area. Let's see. You have chests in there. It's gonna be a very, very strange place to land. It definitely is a lot more wood. I don't think you're gonna be getting like any metal here. Overall, I wouldn't say it's the best POI. It does have a good amount of chests, so you might want to drop here with your team, but the fights do seem like gonna be kind of strange, and the fact is everything's very, very spread out, and it's a very wide and open map, so spread out and open is not exactly what you want. It's kind of cool though. I like it. I think it's a cool POI. I don't think it's going to be a very good POI, but this is the first one, Stealthy Stronghold. So next over here we have Salty Towers. Salty Towers has 25 chests, and it is a mix between Salty and Tilted Towers. We see the main building coming back right here, and then there's obviously the buildings before we get that. Hasn't really changed a lot. Most of it's just changing on like the bottom areas where it's like this is now caved in because there's sand there, and a few spots have been lost on the houses. Then we see the big buildings right here, the OG buildings like we used to have in the season 1 map. We have tacos over here. We have the bell tower. That house is still there, which is normal, and here's Trump Tower right here. It's good to have it back. I will say though, without 100% chest spawns, based on how much that this is just naturally going to be contested, it is not a very good drop spot if you're trying to get loot, if you're trying to like play this one for like an FNCS or like maybe for a cash cup if you're lucky enough, but it doesn't have the best loot because of the 100% chest spawns being gone. Honestly, I'm happy to see that they added Tilted Towers back, but it's still a very it's not a very good drop spot. You can also like go into the sand. You'll see right here, you go into the sand and you can run around. My friend likes to call this the sand baller. If you remember ballers back from season, I think it was season 9, season 8, around that time, you can move around in ballers. This is kind of that. This is really, really good for rotations, especially on the fact that it's like you're faster than moving, and also you won't really get seen as easily. So that's why I think it's like really good, and you hop out right there. And then there's the gas station over here with the truck and the old this hasn't really changed a lot, but what has changed is now there's this little noms right here. Now this is the old one that used to be next to Trump Towers, I think, where you go up here and then break. Yeah, oh, they've shifted a lot of stuff. It's confusing me, but this is like the old noms, and then there'd be like a chest spawn up here. So it's good to see that they're adding a lot of the map back. I'm happy that they added Tilted back in some way or another, so that's really cool. And it is on this new salted area right here, so that's really cool to see. And so now that I'm here, I might as well show it off. This is the Nexus Point, the 0 point right here. You can see the what is that? The 0 point right there, I guess. And so in this area, there's 4 chests in here, or 3 chests actually. It's not a very good job spot just to the fact that it's hard to get mats. Can you farm these? No, you cannot farm these. But you do have these crystals right here, which you can teleport with by double jumping. So you can go up, you can go down, you can go any direction. And it's these are really cool crystals. You can't pick them up though, and they are consumables. So you can only really use them if you are in the area at the time. You break these little rocks right here, and you can pick them up, or you can eat them, consume them. You can't pick them up though. So that's really cool. I like seeing these additions to the games. These new like I like to call it a flash crystal, but I'm not sure what they're called yet. But they are very cool. And then over here is Colossus Colosseum. This is a huge Colosseum. I think it's a really cool addition to the game. The fights are a little wonky though, since you can't build in a lot of areas. You can't build right here, can't build right here. Can't even, wait, seriously, I can't even build right here? Oh my, you really just cannot build in a lot of places. So be wary if you're going to fight here. A lot of the fights you're going to take is just straight up shooting. Not a lot of building to be going through here. Also, you have these places, and then if you go to the center point, we see the huge Colosseum. We see the stairs right here. We see the different statues, and then in this area, you have these. You can edit these. I think if somebody edits it on another team, then you can't edit it. But if they're not edited, then everybody has the ability to edit it. So it's really cool. You see some floor loot there. I would say this is probably not the place to drop, just for the fact that you can't really get any mats right there. And yeah, it's not really the best. You have these little shaft area down here. This actually is not too bad, because I think you can build in like all of these areas except for right there. But it's actually not that bad. When you open these doors and get loot. Huh. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. You go down to this little area right here, and then you just go around in circles, and now you get to this main hallway right here. The hallway, they have the floor loot, and then right below the stairs, there's you can get to this area. This is where a lot of fights, I'm guessing, are going to take place, because people are going to get up here, beam down into the Colosseum, and inevitably get fights here. I really like this area just because of the floor loot. You can't really farm any of it though. Just be very careful. Farm that for 4. That's, yeah, not, you can't really farm a lot this season, because especially like these new POIs, they have like these huge walls, so you can't break them. And that's the new Colosseum POI. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I think this one's gonna be interesting. It's not as highly dropped on right now as like Stealthy Towers is, but I think it will be useful if you have a full team just dropping down below, if you duos, and then we'll see how it happens. And since I'm over here, we can look at the Razor Crest Mandalorian. I took fall damage. That's going to annoy me for the rest of this time. We can see it right here. You can farm it and get brick from it. It is on fire. This is where you will find the Mandalorian, which means that you can get his jetpack and his sniper from there. So it's a really usually what I do is I drop this gas station right here, and I'll rotate in and kill him. So that's a really great way. Right over here, we have the Flapjack. I do not know the name of it, but we will see when we get in there. This place is actually insane. It has a basement, has a lot of loot, slurp barrels. You have the whatever it's called, the fishing spots, which are gonna be amazing for the new rift fish this season. If you haven't seen it already, there is a fish that is used as a rift. I will see if I can find it for you guys, and I will show it off to you. But if you see, you go in right here. They're really big. It's called the butter barn, I guess. And you can break down here, and you get into the basement area, which is a lot of loot. You get these 3. You get this fishing spot. You move around here. I would say that this is probably one of the best drop spots this season, especially for your duo. If you're dropping here as a duo, let's eat this real quick so I get my HP back. Beautiful. And then yeah, it's a really great spot, because you have 3 floors, a lot of loot, a lot of mats, the fishing spots are afterwards, and then you're in the center point. The only problem I would say with it is that it is in the center of the map, which means that a lot of people are going to be rotating into this area. That is the only thing I have wrong with it. Then you also have this area back here, these little huts, or barn, whatever you call it, stalls. And I'm not sure how much they offer. I guess like a chest or 2, maybe. But I guess it would be more for farming, or if you need to get like some extra loot while you're leaving. I would say not dropping here, and instead dropping just on the main building. But yeah, this is a really, really great drop spot, and I would suggest it if you are looking for a drop spot for your duo. And then right here is a perfect view to the last POI that is down to the game, Hunter's Haven. This drop spot, I would say, very strange. I haven't really gotten enough with it yet. They do have these IO guards, which are very annoying to fight. If you haven't fought them already, they are just ridiculous to fight. They have a lot of HP, and they're, oh my, they're pushing me. Oh no, they're dead. We did it. I'm not gonna drop this loot because I do not need it. Hopefully there's no more IO guards and I do not regret that decision. But Hunter's Haven, this map, it's very mountain. It's like a these houses are very modern houses, and then you walk into the doors are very open. It's a very strange drop spot. I think you would have to get a lot of practice in this in order to get used to it. Figure out the best places to land. I would say obviously landing on natural high ground would be the best places, like here, over here, over there. Just the natural high ground places are your best bet. That way when you get the loot, you can rotate down instead of having to rotate up and worry about people who have automatic high ground on you. Yeah, it's basically just the same house, like style of house over and over again. It's a pretty good drop spot, I would say, if you're just like playing duos and you learn this spot. I think that's the biggest thing I can tell you guys. If you guys learn this spot, I think it'd be pretty good. But you do have to be very, very careful, because if you do not know this spot well, then like you'll be very confused in like the maze style of like opening doors, and it's like, oh, how do I get out of this place? But I think if you do want to practice this, it would be a pretty good drop spot. Alright everybody, that is the end of the video. These are the main POIs that have changed. There's obviously a few changes to a few more, such as down here, Slurpee area. I think there's a Greasy Grove somewhere, but that is the main changes, the main POIs. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of the video. And if you want to use my code and support me, my code is HyperDrivedGG in the Fortnite item shop. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next time. Peace.